Hi everyone, for this presentation, I will choose to talk about the role of early experience in intelligence and cognitive development covered in Week 7 lecture. It carries important insights about how early life environment can shape intelligence. Let's begin with a classic animal study by Hamwich in 1952. He used rats to study how different early life environments affect later cognitive performance. There were three types of environments. The rats in normal cage have limited stimulation. The rats in free environment have rich sensory and motor experience. The rats in stowpipe severely deprived. They have no meaningful stimulation or movements. Hamwich then created 4 groups of rats, exposed them to these environments at different life stages. The first group is free to stowpipe, which means they are enriched first, then deprived. The second group is stowpiped, then free, which means they are deprived first, then enriched. The third group is free entire time, which means they are always enriched. And the last group is normal cage entire time, which means they are always limited. He wanted to test whether early or late experience mattered more for learning. The rats were tested in a maze. The dependent variable was the number of errors they made, and the fewer errors means better cognitive performance. The result shows that having free environmental experience earlier leads to best cognitive outcome, and free environment first, then stowpiped later, still perform well. The normal cage, the entire time rats performed poorly. However, the stowpiped first, then free environment later rats performed significantly worse. There was an application study to humans. A naturalistic observation shows that infants or children face more risk factors correlated to lower IQ. Lower IQ is associated with lower social economic status, lack of stimulating play material, and unresponding parents. This is called the cumulative deficit effect, which means environmental deprivation has a cumulative negative effect on intelligence. The more risk factors a children experience, the steeper the decline in IQ. A tragic real-world example is the Romanian orphan crisis. Abortion was illegal, and contraceptives were forbidden at that time to increase the population. Parents unable to care for their children sent their children to state-run orphanage. Orphanages were severely underfunded, leading to overcrowding, inadequate caregiving, which means lack of emotional and social interaction. Due to overcrowding and neglect, children raised in orphanage had long-term cognitive deficits. Children who were later adopted into enriched environment showed improvement, but earlier deprivation left a lasting effect. But children removed from orphanage with first 2 years of life had normal developmental outcomes. This finding indicates that the importance of earlier cognitive development. And here is the multiple choice question I prepared. Feel free to pause and make your guess. So the correct answer is B, because rats with earlier rich environment has the best cognitive outcome, supporting the theory that earlier life is crucial time for learning and brain development. A is incorrect because well-enriched environment health later environments did not fully reverse the effects of earlier deprivation. And C is wrong because the study doesn't measure genetic influences. D is wrong because the idea showed that late enriched environment did not lead to equal or better performance.